Alright, so after an unnecessarily tense and long period of not playing the game, namely about a few hours, I'm back. I'm going to keep playing just because I'm really enjoying myself. Although I already see what's coming up and I'm not too excited to get close enough to investigate, but we'll do it anyway because I have no other choice but to put myself in harm's way for the good of the Gundam. I better get to name it too. There you go, a bunch of like gigantic beasts.
What happened here?
We're just supposed to take this down on foot.
That one Sinicula could have killed all these simius. Unless... what?
This is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Ah, T-strain.
But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
So it's a super boss.
Check the Blade report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo.
Ah, so it is a
Sinicula
tyrant.
tyrant sighted not too long ago. But it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to food, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
Yeah, let's inquire. I don't think we're taking this thing on by ourselves.
Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in the world. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some tyrants will actually register as low rank when we find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability.
Yeah, something that's ridiculous that you won't know until you fight it.
For everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Three of you can handle it. Do we? I don't think we can. We just can't leave it so
As
close.
long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in.
We're gonna
Same
do
goes
it.
for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you
Ah.
guys.
By the way, is that the Monado on that clip right there?
Don't
It kind of
push
looks like it a bit.
Either of you. If we can take it down, great. But if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe,
Okay.
we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
Alright, I'm gonna save right before I do this. Agent Tower is no small task. Your best gear before charging in. Make sure your arts are ready and leveled up. Okay, yeah. I've been doing that for a while now, but yeah, we'll do it now anyway. I think everything that I have that's good is already equipped. Especially, at least on me, especially. Yeah, no, nothing else good in the helmet gear. I gotta start selling some of this stuff. Some of this is garbage. Yeah, the pants aren't as good. Someone else could probably wear the pants, though. Yeah, she can. See, some of this stuff sounds like garbage, but it's actually better than what she's wearing on most of whatever she's wearing. Now, I wonder who uses spears, because I don't think it's her. That'll be interesting to find out later. Put those on. I don't really have much for her, do I? No, everything else is kind of... I only have enough to outfit a few, like 1 or 2 characters, namely myself and Elma. I'm saving up for more HP. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end up kiting this thing. I don't think we'll be able to kill it. I'm ready to get fucked up. Let's do it. What the hell?
This should be interesting.
We're attacking limbs.
Let's see him chew on limbs.
I got this new ability too. I honestly wonder what it does.
Assault hammer. Tornado blade. Rising blade.
The song is really good. Oh no, we're just attacking the main boss now.
Good idea. I'll count down to 7.
Yeah, is this really going to be a good idea? It apparently has a mining laser as a part of its repertoire. This theme is really good. I like it. Alright, so that was kind of a pushover tyrant, but I'm sure everything else will be just as horrible later.
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too.
Yes.
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site.
Extends as far as the camera
ideal
goes.
spot to bury the probe.
I actually I wish you could listen to some of the music. That sounded really cool. Out of all the music in this game, I think that's my favorite.
I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from the comm device. Give it a try.
Yeah,
What? You want me
you
to
do it.
Now, there's nothing to it, trust me. It's easy. And besides, this is supposed to be your training mission,
So,
remember?
I took down that ship by myself. Reminder, okay, I'll do it, fine. Gosh. You gotta be like that, huh? Why does it look like the Earth is spitting up blood? It might just be late, but that looks like blood.
Reach the target depth.
I'm pretty sure it's like dirt and like flowers and shit, but still, man.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent.
There you
See,
go.
at the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagy.
I was actually interested in exploring a little more. What do we get? Worn survival goggles and worn survival body wear. Installing data probes. I'm Lau, a pathfinder. If we're gonna grow Frontier Nav, we need to install more data probes. Approach a vacant Frontier Nav probe site and press A. And I need the mechanical field skill to be up to snuff. I actually have no clue how to level it. Giant beast is usually best engaged in a skell. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is risky. Yeah, usually the bigger the monster, I probably don't want to fight it on foot. But we don't have skells. So, well, I don't know. That's nice of them to say that, though. We should probably fight like some of these monsters over here. Let me save first. Fight some of the monsters over here to my left for a little bit. Maybe level up a few more times. What level are we? 8, 8, and 7. Rank 6, 9, 6.
Alright, it's on. Let's see what you got. Assault hammer! Flame grenade! Shadow strike!
Well, like something like this we can take care of, no problem.
Furious slash! Infuriate! Rise and flame! Defensive stance! Easy. Upper hand! Play it safe with an aura!
We're good. Stand up. We're too high level for this shit.
Rise and flame! This team never loses.
See, we're good.
Nice work.
Advanced survival pants. What is it? 10. Yeah, it gives more defense. I'll put them on. And we can kind of split it around. Actually, this is equal to what she's wearing. We'll give that to Elma. Level 81. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to go back this way now. Skells probably give you like a massive boost in your level then. Like just sitting in a skell will probably give you, I don't know, maybe like 10, 20 levels worth of defense. Just by sitting in one. Alright, these are all like low level monsters. There's really no point in fighting them. At least you have infinite sprint to make up for the fact there's no vehicles. At least not yet.
Great.
You guys gotta get your skell license. Yeah, well, they're gonna rub it in, aren't they? It's never gonna happen. I'm gonna make the wrong speech decision and completely ruin it. And never get it. There you go. It's the commander, too.
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
Yeah, but this
We know
piece
how
of
much
shit.
I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant way out of your league on a training mission, no less. That was reckless and goddamn magnificent.
So he pats me on the back. Job well done. Yes. We got some sick-ass battle music.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruits, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. You'll all excuse me? Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade. A stick in the rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow?
Sure.
Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Chatty Cathy. Okay. We're divisions.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right?
But what are the
8 different
divisions?
fields in all, and each one has its own
Oh,
branch
shit.
of Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on the training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but your ass is important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves...
Alright, doesn't sound too bad.
You've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the life hold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Sounds like that's almost going to be like the main story aspect of it.
Next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen, this is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira.
So basically they go out and they cull shit.
Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads. They escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants.
So like mercenaries.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers.
Ooh.
If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigent.
Ah, well, that doesn't sound too fun.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale.
Ah, skip this.
Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown.
See, they're lacing the good with the bad here. Well, the good with the boring.
Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here.
It's kind of like the curators, but a little bit more supply-based.
We could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators.
Alright, what's this?
These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public.
Oh, this is
Any problems the
boring.
city has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
Alright, so I think that's all.
Honestly, I'm hard pressed.
Any idea which one you'd like to
I
join?
wonder if you can just switch whenever you
Don't fret about
want.
it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too.
Oh, so then what's the big deal?
To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually
Ah,
change your vision whenever you
beautiful.
like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. Alright, you ready to choose?
No, no, please do not explain that shit again. That was like 10 minutes. I'll just choose.
Yeah, and we're on pins and needles.
Yeah, let's do it. The Pathfinder's main task. Planting data probes and discovering locations. You get HP support. Ranged Master. Melee Master. Drop Sensor. Critical Master. Defense support. R&D support. TP support. Honestly, I think for at least right now, boost division points, discovering locations. Like if I were, like I think for just doing the story, planting data probes and retrieving the white whale, I might just do Pathfinders. Curators is defeating tyrants. So it seems to me like the best thing to do. Complete missions, training scouted blades. The best thing to do right now would be Pathfinders, but if I was going to grind, it would probably be to go do Interceptors. I'll just stick with Pathfinders. Okay. Someone just rang a bell.
Then it's settled?
Yep.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
You proceed to fuck everything up. I'm not getting rid of this helmet. This helmet is the
Now for
best
the
thing.
job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Ah, they're my fellow division members.
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
Alright, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Yeah. Alright, we need to find Nelson. Builders of a legacy. Officially a blade. You can use the shop terminal and mission control. Okay. We have fast travel. As you just return to significant landmarks as well as any frontier nav sites that have data probes installed. Just access the section or segment map to use it. Alright, that's good. Get to the AM terminal to learn more about making new gear. So you can make your own gear, which would be pretty good too. Alright, so now what does this terminal do? Barracks customization. Wow, you can literally choose the color of the rooms. Well, that's something I'll do later. I just want to see what it was. What's over here? Network constant division activity. Oh, this is online stuff, I think. I'll back out of that for now. I always forget the way out of here. Which way is it? It's this way. Barracks are the weirdest place so far. It's just like you walk in and it's like you never get out. There's gonna be a cutscene when I step out, isn't there? Oh no. Okay, let's go. Actually, wait, let's check out the shops first. Let's see what this is. Is this the shop where I can sell stuff? What does it say? Purchase gear for your skells. Purchase skells. Well, it's going to take me a long time to afford any of that. Let's sell some of this. Some of the earlier stuff from down here. It's worth 0. Okay, let's just get it out of there. I'm not going to sell Elma's gear. Some of the stuff up here that I have. Oh, so I like how all the stuff that has no use at all has no sell price. That's very good. I'm not even going to make much from even selling any of this. Yeah, all the grays have nothing. Just get them out of my inventory. I can only use assault rifle. Yeah, what I have on is better. And longsword. Alright, so forget it, never mind. A diving mask. Can't wear that. Sadly. Survival goggles. Which is the same thing as potential up. Why the hell would they give me a snorkel? You know what it is? It's probably for swimming. It lets you do stuff. Alright, well this has potential up. Yeah, it's better in every way. I'll buy this. No, I'm good with that. And everything else I'm wearing is more or less... Purchase and equip this. What else? Yeah, my arms haven't been updated in a long time. Purchase and equip. Yeah, something tells me I'm gonna need to like do hunts or something to be able to afford gear for Skells. Alright, the guns are fine. Blades are fine. Oh, she can't even use those. I don't think she ever can. Same thing. Same thing. Is there anything better for her? Yeah, I think in general the same thing that I purchased for myself I can purchase for her. So I might as well, just because it'll help get her up to speed. Now, of course, I'm going to step out to walk 5 feet and find all this stuff, which is good. But until then, I'm just going to outfit her at the very least then. Okay.
Hey.
That's it.
Am I right?
Nice, it tells you what you are over there on the right. Oh, that's a major death flag. You never say shit like that. Let's make a promise we're both not gonna die. Never do that shit. I've watched enough anime to know that's a fucking death flag when I see it.